Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. Chosen ones, empaths, this narcissist that was involved in your life fell for you so deeply. They didn't want to feel this way about someone. You see, they didn't want to feel this way. In their own messed up heads, they call it love, what they think love is. But honestly, they fell for you so hard. It made them feel like they're reliant upon you. They don't like to feel that way. They don't like to feel that way. And there's a variety of ways they try to deal with this. Some of them will, try to move on to other suppliers to try and fight the fact that they feel so deeply about you. Others will never be able to muster up the courage even to do so, even to anticipate to move on. But they may, start acting bizarrely or treating you badly, trying to make you maybe discard them. Cut them off, reverse discard or something like that. But before I get more into this video, I want you to remind you about the upcoming Empath group meeting that's coming up on the 30th of this month. There are still spaces available. It's going to be a great chance for you to connect with fellow like-minded empaths. It is the first empath group meeting that I'm running, so it'll be a good chance for you to be there from the beginning. You might be able to exchange social media or business cards and make some friends, or just stay in contact with some people that are part of the meeting to help you on your journey. So it's going to be a great opportunity for you. So I'd love for you to be there. The link for that is in the description box. Also, I'm back running one-to-one sessions, healing sessions. So that can give you a more personal touch on your circumstance, and we can help shed some light on your situation. So if you'd like to book one of those, the link for that is also in the description box. And lastly, I'm running empath group meeting. Empath crisis support, email crisis support. So if you prefer to email me, you can email me and we can address your situation via email. The link for that will also be in the description box. So anyway, just going back on to you've got to really understand who you was in this narcissist life. You was like no other, right? Don't let your mindset be misconstrued, if that's the right word. Be confused, thinking because they've moved on to a new supply, or they cheated, or they lied, or whatever they done. Don't let that be a reflection of your worth, right? This narcissist was very fortunate enough to find you. They knew this about you, and they tried to fight with themselves for these feelings that they had inside themselves about you, right? They knew they were reliant upon you in every which way. They were reliant upon you for the supply source. And it troubled them. It deeply troubled them, because they were aware that they've fallen so hard for someone, Some of these narcissists will just never get out of your life, right? Some of them, that's how they'll handle it. But that's not always the case. Some of them might just handle it like they'll never get out of your life. And for example, say you were the one that done the cutting off, and you work them out as a narcissist, or you work them out as toxic, and you cut them off. They might start becoming really obsessed, stalking, spying on your social media, just never letting you move on, never letting you get on with your life, right? But alternatively, because they had these feelings, they may try and go with someone new, to try and fight what they feel. So more or less trying to distract themselves with someone new, a new supply, for example. Trying to stop themselves feeling so reliant upon you, right? They want to be self-sufficient. They're just not self-sufficient, you know? They know they need you. They know they need you, but they hate it. And it's why some of their behavior towards you comes across like they hate you. You know, they hate you for being you. You know, even though you're supportive, you're loyal, you're kind, you're loving, you know, they dislike it because you're making them feel so deeply about you, and they really don't want to feel this way. You know, they really don't want to feel this way. The thing is they become really obsessed, right? They become really obsessed throughout the duration of the relationship, but it's a fight between themselves. You know, it's a fight that they battle within. You know, they don't want to be this obsessed. They don't want to feel this way. You know, for them, they would love it. They would love if they could just wash their hands with you and go on to a new supply, you know, and forget about you. They would love for that to happen. But with that being said, I'm not trying to tell you that this has happened if they have gone on with a new supply. What I'm telling you is these individuals will in some cases move on with new supplies to try and counteract the obsession that they have for you, to distract themselves. But I heard someone say it's like using an iPhone, right? Being so used to an iPhone, right? You use your iPhone for everything, your banking or whatever. You use your iPhone every day, right? And then you go to one of these markets and buy a market phone, right? And then you have to try and use that. That's what it's like for these narcissists when they do find these new supplies, right? It's just not cutting it for them, right? It's just not cutting it for them at all. So they would love the opportunity or the chance to actually feel like they don't need you. They don't want to feel this way. They really don't want to feel this way, this deep connection that they have with you. They don't want it, right? So, like that person said, you know, they will go on with a new supply just out of the sheer fact that they're becoming so obsessed with you. They're becoming so obsessed. Some of them will never even go to a new supply. Some of them will stay joint at the hip with you for a lifetime, right? Some of them won't even go to a new supply. Or some of them may go to a new supply but still want to keep you in the picture, you know? You'll be their primary source of supply. So they may go and mess around with other suppliers, but they know none of them are making them feel the way that you do. And they're obsessed with you. So they don't ultimately go through with a discard or something like that, you know? So just understand that I'm not saying you're special because of how this narcissist involved in your life views you. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you're special and a blessing to anyone that is in your life, you know? You honestly are a real blessing to anyone that's in your life. And this narcissist just picks up on that. They pick up on the fact that you are a blessing. Please press the like and the subscribe button. It will help with the algorithm. Just like this video has come up on your feed or something like that. Like the video has been shown to you by you pressing the like. It helps it show it to someone else, you know? honestly, like, I appreciate all the likes and stuff, but it's just the way that this algorithm works with YouTube, you know. It's the way if people like the video, it really helps it show it to another victim that this video may benefit, you know. So it takes 2 seconds of your time. If you can do that, I would greatly appreciate it. But just try and understand the mindset of this narcissist that was involved in your life, you know. Imagine, you know, they meet you. They see you're wonderful, but they start getting closer and closer and closer. And they start becoming reliant upon you and needing you. But they don't want to feel, they want you to feel like you need them. And that's what they honestly do as well, you know. Sometimes at the end of a narcissistic relationship, the victim of narcissistic abuse can feel like they can't function in the world without the narcissist. But they were happily going through life without them at one point, you know. They were happily navigating themselves through life without them. But this is what narcissists do, you know. They want you to need them. They want you to be reliant upon them. They want you to be obsessed with them. But they got involved with you, and they got reliant upon you, and they got obsessed with you. So they try and turn you into that way, right? Sometimes narcissists could have fallen for you so deeply, right, that all they can see is you, right? And sometimes narcissists will actually push away the very thing that is so special to them. And what I mean by push away is they'll discard you, push you away, ghost you, stonewall you. They'll push you away because you are that very person, right, that makes them feel so obsessed, right? And they want to make you chase after them. They want to make you need them. And this type of behavior sometimes works with victims of narcissistic abuse, maybe for a short spell. You know, like the narcissist involved in their life will discard them or push them away, and it will make the victim pursue them and chase after them for a period of time. And the narcissist involved in your life will enjoy it. They'll feel invigorated. They'll feel alive that, you know, the victim is pursuing them. But usually the victim realizes that they don't need to pursue them. They don't need to chase after them after a set given time. They'll get this download or epiphany that they don't need to pursue them, or it's wasted energy, you know, and they'll stop pursuing them. And then the narcissist will go even more obsessed that the victim has stopped pursuing them, has stopped chasing after them, you know. So just try to understand that it's a battle they're fighting within. They didn't want to feel this way. You could have been involved in decade-long relationships, right? Decade-long. Or even less, it doesn't matter. However long, it doesn't really matter. But I'm just using an example. You could have been involved with this person for a long period of time. But you've got to understand that they didn't know how to control their feelings for you, right? They didn't know how to control it, right? So don't take nothing that happened too personal. Now, I know it's easier for me to say this, right? I know it's easy for me to say this and it's harder for you to take it on board. But I'm saying, for example, they discarded you. They went on with a new supply. They done whatever, right? They cheated on you. They done, like, they were fighting themselves, right? They were fighting themselves. They didn't want to feel this way. They didn't want to feel this obsession that they have with you. Day in and day out, they were living with this, right? Day in and day out, they were living with this, and they didn't want to feel it. So they needed to throw something in the mix. And that's throwing something in the mix. Could have been cheating on you. Could have been going off with a new supply. Could have been whatever, right? Just saying. But some of you have been the ones that have cut off the narcissist involved in your life. And that sends them into dire, like, disturbed, really disturbed mindsets, you know. You could have figured them out, for example, about them cheating or lying or whatever, betraying you, and you cut them off, right? And them being on the receiving end of being cut off, oh God, they may never tell you, right? But this really crushes them because you are the obsession in their minds. You are they fell for you so deeply, and now you're the one who's cut them off, right? This can send them into real bizarre, crazy behavior. Really bizarre. Stalking, obsessing over you. Constantly calling your phone. Constantly making fake profiles on social media and trying to interact with you to get any remnants of supply. This can cause them to creating fake email accounts, whatever. They'll do anything to get any remnants of supply from you, to try and talk to you, right? You got to understand that even if you were the one that was discarded by the narcissist involved in your life, give them some time, give them some space. They'll start behaving obsessed again. They'll try and circulate back around to you and check if that door's open, you know. So just understand, really, that this narcissist fell very deeply for you as an empath and a chosen one. They fell very, very deeply. They fell very, very hard, and they really didn't want to feel this way about you. They didn't want to feel this way. And you've got the opportunity to give the love and care and pureness and authenticness to someone who is deserving of receiving that type of love. They won't get obsessed. They won't feel wrong for falling for you. They won't feel like inferior for falling for you. They won't look at it as a position of weakness. They will look at it as a position of strength, you know? We'll look at them being able to love you purely as a strength, right? Won't be like this narcissist. Now, I know that's not something that many of you want to hear, but that is what is in your future, you know? You will find that genuine love that you thought you had. Some of you have felt like you've lost your best friend. Some of you have felt like, you know, in the heat of the moment, you know, especially very early on, and very early on could be even into year, you know, very early on can even be a year, you know. You could still be feeling real traumatic effects after a couple of years, right? But what was I going to say? Yeah, you could be feeling these effects very early on, you know. Feeling like you've lost your friend or someone close to you, and you in the heat of the moment you feel like there's not another person in the world that can replace that person. But there is. There really, really is. I know these people that have come up to you, and I don't want to sound like I'm just, you know, rattling off the same stuff you've probably heard from close friends or family, you know, telling you, don't worry about it. There's plenty more fish in the sea. You'll move on. You'll find someone new, and that stuff. You're sitting there like, this don't make sense, you know. But you really, honestly will, you know. You really, honestly will find someone new, right? This whole experience that you've gone through with this parasite was to show you what you don't need in your life. And now you know, with the discernment that has been grown and incorporated into your psyche, what you do deserve with someone that you love, right? And you'll find this. You'll find this. Okay? I understand that you may be in a position right now where you're watching this channel and other channels alike, and you're feeling a real connection, and that's okay. That's very good, right? Because what it is the reason why you feel a draw to these videos, or not just these videos on our channel, but other channels alike. You're basically uncovering what the true nature of this parasite is, you know. So you thought this person was this, you thought they were that, but then you really see what they are. And that's why you keep coming back to these videos, or you watch this channel or other channels alike, and you read books, or or audio books, and you're learning more and more and more and more, you know. So you develop a relationship, even before you move on with someone else. You develop a relationship with yourself and the content, whether it's video form, audio form, book form. You develop a connection with uncovering the narcissist's true nature, and that's a beautiful place to be in. That is a real tremendous place, because you just got to know there's so many people that never even wake up to narcissistic abuse. There are victims of narcissistic abuse that never even wake up. They don't even realize they were dealing with a narcissist. So you're well ahead. You're well ahead by waking up. You know, waking up is a beautiful thing. It's a painful thing. It's very painful. It hurts a lot. But you've woken up. Just understand that this narcissist fell for you very deeply. Very, very hard they fell for you. Very, very, very hard. And they didn't want to feel that way. It caused them grief. It caused them a lot of grief falling for you this way. So anyway, please press the like and the subscribe button. Help with the algorithm. Just like this video showing up for you, help it to show to someone else. If you'd like to join the Empath group meeting at the end of the month, please find the link in the description box. If you'd like a one-to-one session with myself to shed some light on your personal situation, the link for that is also in the description box. And finally, if you would like email support, there is a crisis email support. The link for that is also in the description box. Just understand, you know, it's okay. Just take your time. You know, don't rush. Take your time. You're healing. It's a beautiful place to be in, and you are going to find someone that loves you authentically. You're going to find something real. And don't worry, don't feel like you've been watching the videos too long, or you shouldn't. You know, you're learning. You're educating yourself. You are educating yourself, and it's a wonderful place to be. So if you'd like to know more about what to do if you begged for the narcissist back and they're ignoring you, click this video here. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.